Alright guys, Season 7 is almost out, and I got asked to do Unholy BiS list as well as a Frost BiS list, so I decided might as well do it, even though I should probably be in AV right now, leveling my alts, as long as the event is going. Anyway, just a quick note, there's some Discord servers which I can recommend, Darius Discord and Blight Club. I'm gonna put the links in the description, where you can, in the future, you can find a lot of infos there for BiS lists and stuff like this. And you also have like, not only me for Frost, but a lot of experienced DKs answering questions directly or discussion questions like Exit, Darius, another. And it's really informative. But yeah, I figured it might as well do a YouTube video because some people might not know about these Discords and actually search up on YouTube. So without further ado, let's get started. I'm gonna start off with Unholy. And yeah, it's basically just, I mean, of course it's full Season 7 set, like it's Relentless season. And the PvE off parts this season are not as big as last season in Uldur, but you're still gonna use some of them. And I'm gonna go over the sets one by one now. So you're gonna gem either this gem, attack power and stun reduction, or the chaotic one with crit bonus. It doesn't really matter, it's not that big of a difference. Gonna put your usual chance and gems in there. Then this neck is pretty good from TOC, gives you the necessary hit, and you can put resilience in there. It's also really good because it has strength on it, opposed to the attack bar from the Season 7 shoulders. And then this cloak is probably the biggest item the whole season. It's like 272 item level, it's a shit ton. And it's probably your best item. You should definitely, this is the most important item you should aim for in the season from TOC. Then the Season 7 chest, Season 7 bracers, usual enchants, then the weapon. I'm gonna say something about weapons later. This is probably your best bet, just standard Season 7 tier 2 weapon with gems in it. Your hands with the pyro rocket. Belt. You should, to get the spell pen and hit cap, you should use 10 hit and 13 spell penetration. One time here and one time there, so you get the hit cap. Then, yeah, the same is pretty much standard stuff. These two rings, this one is from Uldur actually, it's still BiS. And this one is BiS, and they're both pretty good because they give strength again. And your best trinket by far is Death's Verdict Heroic. And as human you should use it with Greatness still, it's still pretty good, but if you're not human you just use this if you can get it. It's the biggest item together with his cloak in this season. And yeah, the relic remains the same. Sigil of Infernal Hearts is the BiS for the whole X-Pack. Even in Season 8 it's still gonna be your BiS sigil, because Frost Strike, Death Coil and Frost Strike of course is still your biggest spells. You should aim for like around 1k resilience. If you're a bit higher, a bit lower, doesn't really matter, as Unholy at least. And yeah, as I said, hit cap is really important, it's kind of important at least, and that's why you should use, either you use 20 hit gems here or just 10. I mean, you get one, by min-maxing this you get one spell penetration more. It's not really that big of a difference, but that's what I would do. There is more PvP parts, I'm gonna mention them next, but before I get into this, considering weapon swapping, you should still do weapon swapping. Like let's say you meet a Shatter, then you should swap to Spellshatter Enchant, and then you have two hands like this. It's pretty good. Catastrophe, Justice Bringer, these are your, also if you don't get tier 2 weapon you can use these weapons, of course, they're not bad. But you could also just use tier 2 Season 6 weapon for swapping for Spellshatter weapons. You shouldn't sweat it too much, I guess, in the end. Alright, let's get to the next. Yeah, here I have basically all good PvE items in this set. But if you're gonna use them and gem resilience instead of using this set and gemming strength, you're gonna basically lose attack power and gain expertise for this. It's not really worth as Unholy. I mean, you could do it. In the end the difference is not too big, but I would recommend, if you use these items, I would recommend using them with strength, like here and here, and then you go full offensive mode, right? You have like, that's what I would do at least, like 800 resilience build, and then you can use this build if you're facing too much, I don't know, something where you need damage basically, right? Mage Disc, for example, is going to be really hard this season to face Mage Disc. You're gonna need a lot of damage and pressure, otherwise they're gonna just outplay and burn you if they're any good. And they're gonna have infinite mana because of Solace in this season. Or not infinite, but it's gonna be definitely harder. You're gonna notice either if you play Prec DK or Hyper DK, doesn't gonna matter. Mage Disc is gonna be hard to face, and you need a lot of damage. But I wouldn't run this set like the whole time because you're gonna like die like nothing to Ferals, Hunters, Warriors. So it's more of a. I think these items are more like counter gearing items. I wouldn't really go for them as Unholy at least. Alright, that sums up it about Unholy, I think. So let's get into Frost, my favorite spec, of course. Not as strong as Unholy, but I mean, I just like it. It's big pump spec, vulnerable spec, which why you should go for a lot of resilience. Actually, 1k might be even too low. It depends how safe you want to play, right? If you want to pump, go for 1k. If you want to, 1.1 should be more safe as Frost because you're gonna get tunneled a lot if people know what they're doing. Because Frost is more vulnerable. Alright, Season 7 gonna remain the same. You're gonna obviously gem the crit meta gem here, which you could also use as Unholy, but as Frost you definitely need to use this one because you crit a lot. And I gem Resilience mixed gems. Here I also gem the big Resilience gem. Neck is still pretty good because similar to Unholy you should go for the neck and the cloak because it's strength, and strength is worth more because of unbreakable armor, and as Unholy also for pets. And also you gain parry from this, so you should always go for the strength items instead of AP. Then also similar stuff, just with more resilience gem, 20 resilience, yeah, same. And here, basically same, I just gem for more resilience as Frost, because as I said, you're just more, not as tanky on Unholy, so, yeah, as Frost I mean, so I should be careful. That's why I also use Season 7 here, then the standard tier 2 weapons, with Razor Eyes, Fallen Crusader. Yeah, same stuff basically, just with resilience. And then I use actually the PvE expertise belt and legs, because I think expertise is more worth as Frost, because you are basically full melee build, and if you miss or dodge Frost Strike, I think you lose Killing Machine proc, and it's generally more worth to have expertise as Frost. But still watch out to be not too low resilience, because you're gonna get pumped as Frost. So I use this belt. My EL BiS would be this belt, then this, and here also with Resilience gem, of course, these boots. I use 15 stamina manual movement speed as Frost, because if you're in Frost presence, you use your movement speed as Frost DK. Unholy you don't need this, but as Frost I would use it. Then these two rings, just with Resilience again. Trinkets remain the same, Death's Verdict and Greatness, by far your best trinkets. If you are Orc, you just try to use this alone. And Sigil, Vengeful Heart remains the same. BiS for whole expansion for both specs. Alright, the hit cap is... Wait, let me see. The hit cap is 5% for Frost, but you get the bonus talents from nerfs of Cold Steel, so you're a bit over hit cap, but it doesn't hurt us because hit is never really bad to have more than necessary for auto attacks and for some ratios maybe. And yeah, this, I mean, you're probably fine with using more PvP gear, and similarly you're also fine with using full PvP gear even, and then I would just gem strength instead. But I think my ideal set would look like this, that you gem more resilience and take the free expertise. This would be a build with less PvE. I mean, this cloak you should still take regardless, this neck probably too if you can get it. But this is also fine, like using Season 7 items, and then... I mean, I like this kind of. This is close to 1.1 resilience, 1.1k. I mean, Frost takes a lot of damage, so I think this is fine too. If you have full PvP gear and no PvE items, then you should probably gem strength, similar to Unholy. You should gem these big strength gems as Frost as well. And for weapon swaps, or if you don't have tier 2 weapons, you can, from PvE, you can get this weapon. Stormpike Cleaver is pretty good, and Remorseless. But obviously, as Frost needs resilience a ton, the tier 2 weapons are BiS, and if you need weapon swaps for like spell breaking, Swordshatter, if you get disarmed, you can swap these in if you don't have a second tier 2 weapon. And yeah, that's it for Frost, I think. Most important thing as Frost DK is do not go below 1k resilience unless you want a super YOLO. because you're just gonna die way easier than Unholy as Frost. And if you do the right setup with Reese and have procs, you're still gonna kill people with Frost. So I don't think it hurts to go high Resains, and you're still gonna kill stuff, trust me. Alright, that's it. If this was helpful, feel free to like the video or subscribe for free. As I said, join the Discords if you need more info like this. There's a lot of useful stuff in the DK Discords, where also stuff is discussed, like for example the expertise stuff and stuff. So you can, there's no objective truth, right? In the discussion lies more value, and you can get a lot of info there. Maybe not as handy as a YouTube video, but I would still recommend you to join these Discords if you didn't. And that's it, yeah. At 1k subs I'm gonna try to bring out a Frost Dk guide. If I didn't have the time for it right now, but I'm gonna try to do it. And then good luck in Season 7 and see you.